What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Andre Ward, Tyson Fury. Get this. Andre Ward on Fury's opposition, he says, you fight the elite or you just stay home. Wow. British fight fans were disappointed when Tyson Fury's potential fight with Anthony Joshua disappeared into thin air, and so was former undefeated champion Andre Ward. Throughout his career, both amateur and professional, Ward was all about the challenge, and once he had accomplished all he wanted to do, he hung up the gloves for good. It's an attitude that the American would like to see the current WBC heavyweight champion Tyson Fury employ. Speaking to Max Kellerman, Ward said that Fury should be looking at his legacy fights rather than keep busy ones. And this is what he said, quote, I'm not in the business of picking a contender for a guy like Tyson Fury at this stage in his career. I don't think that's good business. If you're going to stay around Tyson Fury, if you want to keep the people captivated, if you want to solidify your legacy, I don't think you should go backwards and start fighting these contenders like Char. No disrespect, but he's not at that level of the elite. Let's just call it what it is. So, either, he continued, either Anthony Joshua or it's Oleksandr Usyk. It's one or the other. If not, I'm staying home, and I'm enjoying the fruits of my labor. Why go backwards and do what he did 2-3 years ago when he was on his come up and trying to get his feet wet and get the rust off and pull himself in position to fighting Deontay Wilder? You don't go backwards, you fight the elite, or you just stay home. Those are the words of Andre Ward. Let me counterpunch. Listen. Call it what you want. I couldn't have said it better. I think he said it a lot more respectful than I did, because that's exactly how I feel about Tyson Fury. Everybody knows Tyson Fury and his opposition has been up and down, but he's claimed to be the best. So you fight one of the three-headed dragons. You don't fight the other. You call quits on the negotiations of the other to then fight a stay busy fight. So you went from here and then you resorted to here. Even with Derek Chisora is still here. Okay? Joshua's here, up here somewhere. Now Tyson's here somewhere. Okay? Usyk is like here. So they're right at each other, right? Tyson Fury said that he was retired, okay? Tyson Fury came out of retirement for what reason? He came out to fight the winner of Joshua and Usyk, because he said, what a shit fight, and I would beat that guy, and I'm going to beat him. So Usyk said, well, let me enjoy my family for a while, and we'll fight at the beginning of the year, okay? But according to Andre Ward, it's like, okay, well, why do that why are you staying around? And I agree. He can't fight Usyk yet, okay? But a stay busy fight at this level shouldn't be warranted. Because, see, even guys like Mayweather, Mayweather did get to the point when he was Money Mayweather. He started taking on fighters that really nobody wanted to see. It was just a showcase fight starring him. He didn't really want a stiff competition. He didn't really want to fight. But then here's the thing about Mayweather, though. Mayweather had already fought so many different fighters by that time that he decided to pick fights. Tyson Fury has not. Tyson Fury hasn't earned the respect of fighting the best competition. Guys like Anthony Joshua, Dillian White, they have. Okay, that's the difference. So if Tyson Fury is going to fight anyone, it has to be someone elite. So in other words, what Andre Ward is saying, what he's saying is, you put your resources into making a Joshua fight, because that's the other head of the three-headed dragon that we want to see you fight. That's the British rivalry. That's where the money comes in. That's where you get the respect in Britain of all over the world, because now not only have you beaten Wilder, you've also fought and beat Anthony Joshua if that fight happens and then he does beat Anthony Joshua. You know, not someone like Manuel Char. He's not at the level. And here's the thing. The irony of Tyson fighting those type of guys, you may think he's benefiting from that because, for one, he's making himself look a lot better than he really supposed to be based on the opposition. But he's cheating himself. Why? Because, for one, the fans are not going to give a shit for you fighting guys like I get Caballel, Manuel Char, Derek Chisora. They're not going to give a shit. Why do you think someone like Joshua made all that money? Because he fought the top guy. He fought the mandatory. His job as king and champion or to take on the next available clear and present danger threat. Not, hey, let me just pick that guy over there because I didn't want to wait for a fucking contract for a fight that I called out. So if you make the terms, why didn't you make the terms to hang the fuck tight and see what happens? Now, not saying that Eddie Hearn wanted that fight. I don't think he did for Joshua, but Joshua worked for him. And guys like Eddie Hearn, you're going to have to back him into a corner to make him fold. Because at some point, if you call someone's bluff, they don't really have anywhere to run when you do back them into that corner. And according to Andre Ward, he's like, hey, this is not going to work. But here's the second one. And a lot of people don't realize this. This is the second reason that Tyson Fury's cheating himself. He's also cheating himself simply because the more you spend time in training camps fighting guys that are not on the level, okay, you're wasting time. You're spending time fighting someone that's not there. So what happens? You fight someone that's about shit, and then you've been fighting guys that lacked the ability for a certain elite skill set. Then you fuck around and get in there because you get comfortable. Then you're not able to perform because you've done nothing to prepare yourself to perform a certain way. Fighting Wilder twice back to back, then fighting Dillian White slow as molasses on the night. Then you go and fight Manuel Char. Then you fight Usyk and lose. Why? Because you've wasted time fighting someone like Usyk when you should be spending your precious time getting prepared. Because Father Time is going to eat us all up, and there's no guarantee on when Father Time comes for each and every fighter. See, look at Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez has done a lot in his career, but I think he's coming close to the end. So for him fighting, guys that you're Durham and stuff like that, that's why Canelo should have been fighting guys like Charlo, Chris Eubank, Errol Spence. Why? Because you don't know when Father Time will come knocking at your door. And then, hey, you're all of a sudden, you're missing a step or two. And you're no longer at the elite level. Your elite level is fleeting you day after day after day. Time is the most important factor in boxing because that's all a fighter has is time, because boxing is a hellified business. Okay? It brings wear and tear on your body. A lot of hard work, dedication, and sacrifice goes into training. Okay, those training camps of conditioning, it comes at a price. And it takes time. So if you're doing all that strenuous preparation to fight fucking Manuel Char, you're wasting your time. So I do understand Andre Ward, especially someone like Andre Ward, because he retired undefeated because he's like, okay, I've done what I'm supposed to do. Why am I going to stick around and get a couple paychecks fighting guys that people don't want to see? And he's absolutely right. And I think that's what plagued Tyson Fury, because Tyson Fury, calls out these big fights and these big names. And when he doesn't get them, he fights someone lame or whatever, bars. But at the end of the day, it's like, well, who knew you just wanted to fight these guys anyway? So then people will be turned off because they don't know his true intention. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Andre Ward on Tyson Fury. And let me leave this with you guys. Andre Ward is an ESPN commentator. So for him saying that, it shows you that it's unbiased because, again, Tyson Fury is an ESPN fighter still. He's still co-promoted by Bob Arum. So you can't say that, oh, he's biased because he's on DAZN or on Golden Boy or on PBC. No, he is an ESPN commentator, and Tyson Fury is an ESPN fighter. Just let that sink in. But anyway, again, you guys tell me what you think. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!